Introducing Captain Smiley.
Hello and welcome to The Siren of Boston, Episode 6, hashtag 28 Days of Black Cosplay. I titled it that because Instagram pissed me off. There is an amazing cosplayer and other named at Tango, India, Alpha, Romeo, Alpha, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Echo, Charlie, Oscar, Sierra, Papa, Lima, Alpha, Yankee. I saw her Melina of Mortal Kombat cosplay via at black_alternative_lifestyle and fell in love. I reached out to her and basically told her that, and she was so kind to me. She told me about the hashtag 28 Days of Black Cosplay, and when I did an awesome Mel B tribute for my hashtag 28 Days of Black Music Reels, Instagram didn't want to post my reel under the official hashtag. How am I to find other blurs, Instagram? Fuck you. I guess it's up to me. Oh, we're in a studio today. Not an every time thing, but you'll see this place very soon in the future. Tweaking last week in reverse order today. The Hillary thing was not a double take on purpose. It was funny though. I screamed when I watched it. Then I laughed and I said whatever. Hentai, the denotation, is a genre of Japanese manga and anime characterized by overtly sexualized characters and sexually explicit images and plots. In other words, saying it's Japanese porn is incredibly incorrect. There are specifics to it, and no, tentacle monsters are not one of the explicit requirements. Last week, I mentioned you should investigate your potential lover's risk factor. Are they more likely to help or to hurt you? A lover you should investigate does not only mean a sexual lover, it also means platonic relationships. Another happy accident, I meant to say I keep writing love letters to death in The Sims 3. Leaving out that word makes the humor in the statement esoteric. Side note, Stewie Griffin loves death, and Peter Griffin thinks esoteric means delicious. That was for the zeitgeist. I said I don't know copyright rules when talking about the pictures from Google. I still don't know them, but I know my super long episode last week cannot be monetized in the future because it includes the music from that reel. Whatever. I'll eventually, soon, upload the video again without the reel because it only serves to promote my celebrating of Black History Month by dancing for 30 seconds daily. The reel is not necessary for the entirety of the lecture. Again, I have begun doing that on my Instagram at Jambrania and will continue for the rest of this month. February is Black History Month. I will be dancing on my Instagram for 30 seconds every day of February at Jambrania. Look for hashtag 28 Days of Black Music Reels. Got it right that time. It's a new thing. I just did that today. Just write sometimes and figure it out in post. Stay tuned for cutting after jokes. Like, I'll do a hard cut so you know you were supposed to laugh. It might look like Where have you seen that before? We'll start doing that maybe starting next week. I'm too tired to edit that in for all the jokes that I forgot were jokes while writing this. The obvious ones, maybe. With the ending of last month, we are ending a thing we only did 3 times, but I'm sick of. I will no longer introduce the catchphrases. I say a whole bunch of shit. Just stay with me. A lot of things repeat. Have fun. In the future, we will collectively grieve the premature endings of beloved segments. We will have skits and famous features at some point, for an example. They will make it to an undisclosed season and end on a random episode of said season. This will be because so many times there are amazing shows, simply amazing. No matter their sheer awesomeness, budget cuts and other bullshit make the writers stop writing. So we'll stop writing. We'll grieve, and we'll learn to say goodbye together. Sometimes things like losing a pet, breaking up with a friend or tattoo artist, scratching your favorite CD and unintentionally ruining it forever, or the inexplicable premature endings of awesome creative works. Sometimes the utter calamity of the works themselves are so moving in such an overwhelming way, and a lot of times we aren't allowed to grieve. It isn't real. It's not that serious or a big deal. It doesn't matter. We have to get over it and go on as if it doesn't make us feel anything. So often our feelings are denied, repressed, and left to be expressed inappropriately, if at all. So I'll be making sure that you're feeling the love. And we're gonna yank those emotions out by killing off your favorite characters constantly. Wait. Did Game of Thrones do that? I haven't seen a single episode. It's in the queue of shit to do, no worries. Next up, hey big business, listen up. We'll do that sometimes. If something really annoys me about a place, you know, like if it grinds my gears, so to speak, I'll mention what could be improved. On my Twitter, @Jambrania, I used to have hates of the day. I haven't deleted any of them, so please ignore the bad grammar and have a laugh. For these hey big business listen up rants, or infomercials, I'm really going to lay into some of them, so I have to channel my inner bitch. It'll be super fun. Let's say I'm going to blacklist some. That's our word. I'm taking it back. I am a Google local guide, so I review things. And I'm most likely followed by government agents and archangels. So when you see me, just go about your normal everyday lives. Sometimes businesses are not good. I have some businesses that are on my list of never agains. I'll let you know. For today, we'll start small. Tech companies, or whoever the hell is in charge of emojis, I need emojis. I need tattoos, not the weird and creepy syringe. I'm a vampire, and I think that's weird to use for tattoos. If you're a phlebotomist, it's possibly an emoji you use often. By the by, I realize I never gave you a good look at my forearm tats that you always kind of see, but take a good look. I got these done at Greg's Tattoo in Virginia, more or less. One was done outside of the shop and not at all obviously the work of one of the artists. I guess, in a way, I was being loyal to the artist and disrespecting the shop. Oops. In hindsight, there was no real reason to be mean to Greg. He bought me and my best cousin sushi the first time we went. Anyway, I tagged the wall while there. You can only do that after you've gotten $500 worth of ink. I'm well past that, so BAM! Smack dabbed in the middle. Now, this is the owner. This guy outlined with a purple outline. I couldn't think of another word while writing this, and I really didn't fucking care. I guess I still don't. Anyway, this trapezoid thingy is my name. See when we zoom in? Zoom out. Zoom in. Out. Zoom in. Out. Yeah. Next big business, Harvard. So, I know that my videos are extremely long for the most part, but I like to think of them as college lectures. There is a lot going on, but hey, you're not quizzed on any of it. These are all facts that can be traced to a source. The only lies I tell are lies I explicitly state that I am telling to you. Even with the super long Jade talk, I have a decent stinking number of views considering how recently this channel came out. I have a regular viewing audience, and I really appreciate you for that. I don't know how YouTube views work exactly, because, for an example, on Rebecca Black's Friday video, which she still has up and comments are active, like a boss, there are more dislikes than views. And a comment I can't find said, even people who haven't seen the video don't like the video. Then another comment said, I guess you don't get how YouTube works. No, said Jade. I don't, for the most part anyway. So, I looked at some stuff having to do with my channel, and it said the average person views my videos for 3 minutes and some change. It really seems like I'm holding your attention. Thanks. I'm glad you're here with me. Anyway, I think these lectures can be used at a university, Harvard specifically. I believe if anything, I'd be happy for them to go to MIT. I don't know. Maybe they need psychology and philosophy over there. I would want it to be a multi-major credit course. It'd be awesome if a professor used even one video in their lecture, as long as I get credit and or recognition somehow. The multi-credit course thing, though, is what I dream of. That's like my dream. What I mean is, multiple different majors can take this one course and it would work as a unique credit specific for their major. Not a general studies, but something that is special. There will be projects and team building activities, and each group would have to consist of the different majors. For example, XYZ majors, Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. ABC majors, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday classes. This way, all the different students can learn to work together using the strengths and weaknesses of each other's majors to help contribute to creating a better universe. Are you a video gamer? Have you played a team game like Smite? I haven't. But my point is, games like that, I think, have a mage or a magic person, archer or bow and arrow person for long-ranged attacks, crusader, someone who gets all in the mix for up and close and personal domination, and a healer, maybe, if that's not already the mage. These different talents have to work together. The slack must be carried where necessary. The mage can't take a blow like the crusader, and the crusader isn't quick and agile like the archer. I want us to come together. But let's start small. I don't know that colleges don't already do this. I've been out of school for a while. So, Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. 4 houses. We focus on Gryffindor. On September 13th, 2020, I said, if you think Hermione is the smartest wizard among her peers, you're mistaken. Determination, confidence, and extraordinary time management are key factors to progressing in anything you set your mind to. She very clearly stated she worked extremely hard because she knew that by being Muggle-born, she would be at a disadvantage. She would have to work twice as hard to give herself a level playing field against those who have been practicing since birth, being born pureblood, or by having magical relatives constantly surrounding them, if half-blood. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, but the main point is clear. Still, despite her hard work, it was very obvious that, like anywhere else, or with Black people, for an example, she would always be hated and viewed as less than by those taught to feel that way. Not because it's right, but because it's tradition. They're programmed to believe that the rich and powerful clearly make the most logical sense as they are rich and powerful. Voldemort, the baddest of the bad guys, felt that way just because. He then proceeded to control the rich and powerful. The rest is history. All I'm saying, I'm not the most intelligent person on the planet, and I've been left with a severe disadvantage. Nonetheless, I have love. I have support. Greatness lies within my heart. Addendum. J.K. Rowling is under fire for being intolerant or something, so don't take this heroic example of heroism as an example. It's flawed. Captain Smiley. So many people do not understand the beauty and or the relatability within certain things, and because they can only see it for what they want to believe it is, it goes undervalued. Being a Muggle means you are non-magic. Watch J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Instead of being set in England, like the Harry Potter series, it is set in America, and non-mag is their term for Muggles. Voldemort is the evilest being ever throughout the Harry Potter series, and he believed that Muggles were filth. Purebloods, or wizards with only wizards in their family trees, are the only ones allowed to live in his utopia, in which he is the only one to live forever after killing off any and all Muggles. That's the inexplicable mind of a villain. Anyway, this post was meant to be related back to Black people. Anyway, many of us have no real knowledge of our heritage, and what we are taught in schools is a lie and mockery of history itself. Those who refuse to just go with the flow and wish to give themselves a fighting chance in a world designed for anyone but them are often ridiculed for trying too hard, ridiculed for not trying hard enough, and more often ridiculed because the people ridiculing are ridiculed if they don't ridicule. Translation? Just a bunch of bullshit, really. Hermione is not the smartest character, but she absolutely pushed herself the hardest. She didn't really have to because she was and is gifted beyond anything she would ever allow herself to believe. She had support, but for so long, everything in her everyday life screamed, you don't stand a chance and you shouldn't even try. Hey, it's easy to undervalue yourself. When there's so much to know, so much going on, and so much you don't know, looking around where you are can give you an ugly, distorted view of what's real. Think of it this way. Movies like to cut out major scenes from books. Harry Potter and anything written by J.K. Rowling is a literary masterpiece. I have only just begun reading the third book in the Harry Potter series, but I've seen the movies multiple times. My favorite being the Chamber of Secrets, second only to anything containing Luna Lovegood, a housemate of mine. Let's focus on the Chamber of Secrets. You know how the enemy of the monster in that story was a rooster? Maybe you didn't know that if you watched the movie without the deleted scenes, but no spoilers, just stay focused. The rooster, the small little feathery yummy chicken thingy, or my Chinese zodiac, only at any given time had to sit perched on its little gate and say, "Hey, yo, wake up, motherfuckers! Yo, wake up, wake up. Get your asses to work. The sun's up, bitch. Wake up, wake up." So that's it. That's essentially all the rooster has to do. The rooster's natural job is to say cock-a-doodle-doo. And that big, huge, beautiful CGI snaky baby is just taken out real quick like. A rooster's call will kill the basilisk. So much power, but so fragile. How? Well, no spoilers, but the little freckle white bitch from a good and extremely loving family succumbed to the evilest evil in the world of Harry Potter at that time and killed all of Hagrid's roosters. The rooster is fragile, but the real enemy is easily taken out when you do what you do and be you. Even if the whole fucking world hates it. Addendum explained. J.K. Rowling is under fire. People are removing their Harry Potter tattoos and schools are renaming things they've named in her honor because of her insensitive trans comments. I personally support Rowling, the person and author, so I'm not spreading that junk. Look it up if you want the full story. Consider me Hollywood. Let's be positive. Emma Watson said, quote, "Trans people are who they say they are and deserve to live their lives without being constantly questioned or told they aren't who they say they are." End quote. Fair. For the record, I support ninjas in all bathrooms, so people can go when and where they please, and with whatever is between their whatevers, just please wash your hands when you're done. Moving on. A book I'm going to read sometime soon. It's backwards because, I like to look at me. But it's Light on Snow. Just for the record, it was, quote, "by far one of the finest novelists of her time." Well, it was, quoted, quote, "Anita Shreve. Anita Shreve is by far one of the finest novelists of her time. One cannot help but compare this fine contemporary author with the likes of literary giant Edith Wharton." Edith Wharton. I feel like I should know these people, but Boston Herald said that. I'm from Boston. Has to do with me. So, there's snow on the ground. The shiny purple really caught my eye when I saw it at Goodwill. My mom actually bought it for me, along with my reading chair. Today marks the first Sunday of Black History Month. Do you know what Aspia is? My Twitter, @Jambrania, says, I think it's a book. For Black History Month, I wanted to do a memorial in which I find and alphabetically organize all the names of the innocent Black people and other murdered by police, and the people who support it with the belief that because they have a badge, they must be right. Of course, that was way too much work. So I instead began doing reels on my Instagram at Gembrania. That is also my Twitter. The Instagram reels are the dances of a prisoner of love. I dream of freedom. A life where my people can live with dignity and be who they are without limits. Good night. I value your input. Whistle for me, baby. Tell me